Nice to see you all. Parashat Mishpatim has, in Parashat Mishpatim, we have 53 mitzvot. And one of the most beautiful mitzvot in the parasha is the Mitzvah of Tzdaka. And the Torah says the follows: Im kesef talveh et ami et ani imach. When you lend money to my people, to the poor person who is with you, do not act towards him as a creditor. Do not lay interest upon him. So we're going to talk about the first part of the verse. What does it mean when you lend money to my people, to the poor person who is with you? What does it mean? You give money, you do tzedakah to the person who is with you. And the Midrash gives us an interesting insight about one of the most amazing trials that we have in life. When sometimes you see a wealthy person who's actually not doing so well with all this wealth, and a poor person that also has his own trials. So the Midrash says the follows: Im kesef talveh ami, if you lend money to my people. And the Midrash continues with a verse from Ecclesiastic, from Kohelet. Yesh ra'a chola ra'iti tachat hashemesh. There is a sickness under the sun that I've seen. This is what King Solomon says. Osher shamur ve'alav lera'ato. That the wealth of a person actually cause him damage, cause him troubles. So the Midrash says, Ashrei adam shu omed benisyono. Praiseworthy is the man that is able to withstand in trials, in his special test. The Midrash continues, She'en b'ri'ah, she'en hakadosh baruch hu menaseh ota. There is no creature in the world that Hashem doesn't test. Every person, every human being, I don't know, b'ri'ah could be even an animal, but let's talk about human beings. Every person is under a test, constantly. Ashir is another, Midrash goes into the examples. Ashir menaseu, the wealthy person, Hashem tested him with im tiyeh yado ptucha la'aniyim, if he opens his hand to give to the needy, right? Umenaseh ani, and he tests the poor person im yachol lekabel yisurim, if he accepts the tribute, the trials with love, without complaining, saying, Hashem, why I'm so poor? Why it's so hard for me? So accepting the Yisurim, the test with love. Ve'eno koes, and is not getting angry. Shenemar v'ani'im merodim tavi bayit, that you bring the poor person into your home. Ve'im, now what's the result? Ve'im amad asher benisyono, if the wealthy person will stand in this trial, ve'oseh tzedakot, and he gives tzedakah, and he gives charity, and he helps the needy people. Arei ochel mamono ba'olam hazeh, he enjoys his wealth in this world, ve'akeren kayemet lo la'olam haba, and the reward also stands for him in the world to come. Ve'akadosh baruch hu matzilo midina shel gehinom, and if God forbid he did also some averot, some sins, he will be saved from any gehinom or any punishment in the world to come. So that's for if he withheld the test. What happens if the poor person, as we said, the test for the poor person is not to complain and to accept the fact that he is a poor person, he can't do much about it. The language of the Midrash, means it doesn't kick. It's kind of, it's so angry, right? Sometimes you can be so angry and you want to kick something, right? So if the poor person really, huge test, obviously you can imagine how difficult it can be. And he's not kicking, and he's not saying, no, Hashem, why did you put this on me? He will be reward double in the world to come. Why double in the world to come? Because he doesn't have this world, right? The wealthy person enjoys both worlds, right? This world with his wealth, and the world to come with his merits, as the merit of tzedakah, of mitzvah that he has done. But the poor person only agony in this world, he will merit twice double in the world to come. But what happens if it doesn't happen? If the wealthy person that he has a bad eye, that he doesn't want to share his mammon, he doesn't want to share his wealth with other people, he will lose even what the wealth that he has in this world. Yeah? Why? Because he goes against Enorah Keneged Gabbai Tzdaka. Because there's Gabbai Tzdaka is the person who, on behalf of the community, has to do the shno, so to speak. Yeah? He has to knock on the doors of those who has the means and ask them to help a person or whatever the situation is. And if he Enorah, if he has that evil eye that he closes his heart and closes the door in front of them, then he will lose everything. Why? Look at this. למה שגלגל בעולם למישהו עשיר היום, עשיר למחר? Yeah? מישהו עני היום, עני למחר? There is no guarantee that a person that is today עשיר, that is today wealthy, will remain wealthy tomorrow. And for the poor person, it's the opposite. There's no guarantee that he will stay ani, he will stay poor person all his life. Could be tomorrow, wins the lottery or whatever happens, that Hashem turned the wheel. That's what the Midrash says. Ha'olam hazeh hu galgal. This world is like a wheel, it's like a circle. You're not always up. You can be down and the other side as well. This is exactly the verse that we have in Tehillim. Ke'elohim shofet, ze yashpil v'ze yarim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem is the judge. Ze yashpil, sometimes he puts someone down, and then also sometimes he makes someone on the high, v'ze yarim, and he uplifts him. And this is really the idea of what the verse is in Kesef Tavet Ami et ani imach, the poor person who is with you. Because eventually you give tzedakah, who do you do the chesed with? Who do you do the kindness with, the mitzvah with yourself? You actually you are the main benefit of that. Because if you do tzedakah, eventually it will pay off in this world and in the world.